Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to the Road Warrior. I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, but I'm a little exhausted right now. You can kind of see, my wife can always see it. She can see it in my face. She can see it in my eyes. They're a little bit, I don't want to say droopier, but they're almost like slits. They're not as wide open as they normally would be. And of course, the first thing all of us think these days, if you're exhausted, could it be COVID? Now, I still to this day take my temperature, 2 or 3 times a day and track that, kind of know where I'm at. And well, I really know the reason I'm exhausted is it's springtime, and I have springtime allergies. And because our weather has been up and down and lots of rain and lots of heat and all sorts, it's all the pollen and the plants and the junk in the air that is causing this exhaustion. Because I'm not sleeping as well. I'm not breathing as well when I sleep. I can feel the congestion. Heck, I can feel it right now, and I won't prove it to you that I'm congested. You may be able to hear it in my voice if you really know my voice. But I hate it. I hate that feeling of exhaustion that I wake up and after 8 hours of sleep, well, I'm not tired enough to have to take a nap during the day. I just don't feel at 100%, maybe at 80, 90%. And it's always been that way. This is something I've dealt with my entire life. And of course, living in Tennessee, it depends on the year. It depends on the weather. We literally were some weeks where we were getting up to mid 80s. And then 2 days later, we'd have lows in the upper 20s. We had one week a month ago or so, maybe, and I know it's a month or so. It was late March, maybe early April. I don't remember the dates, but it was literally, we had been 84 one day, and I was walking around in shorts and a t-shirt, and then 3 nights later, we had the electric blankets back out because it got so cold at night. Don't know whether to turn the air conditioning on, turn the heat on, and then if you don't do anything, the house just gets muggy. I know, first world problems, don't get me wrong, but I hate that feeling of exhaustion. And for me, I really don't know how I feel because the last couple of years, I've been taking my allergy injections, which I stopped back in, I think September of 20. So I spent, a little over, 2 spring periods taking allergy shots. And while maybe they did help, I still had that exhaustion. I still had those good days and bad days, and I just didn't know. And again, weather's different. It's almost like you can't track this stuff to tell what's the real difference, to check to talk about the real issue, the real problem. It's one of these things I've dealt with my entire life. But as I've gotten older, I've either gotten more used to it, which I have, or I just dread it more. When I was a young kid, I got sinus headaches all the time. Man, my days of hot tea and kind of playing solitaire when I was kind of sick, a little flu-like, but it really wasn't flu-like. My sinus headaches, what we thought may have been migraines or whatever, once or twice a month as a kid. And then you throw in things like growing pains and it made it even worse. Now as I've gotten older, I don't get the headaches like I used to get. I don't get the headaches now that I got 5 years ago. But I just hate the feeling. I know, it could be a whole lot worse, and trust me, there have been moments when it has been. But it's just that feeling of exhaustion that you can't really do anything about. You just got to ride it out. That's tough. When you hurt a knee, when you hurt an ankle, when you hurt an elbow, when you cut yourself, you know what you got to do to make it heal better. You know what you got to put on it to make it feel better. With exhaustion, you can get all the sleep in the world, and when it's really not exhaustion, it's just allergies and sinus and just the weather that's affecting you and old age thrown in, and you can't win for losing. Back next week with another Road Warrior. KevinMason.us, the home for all of our Road Warrior videos. We have them up on Facebook as well, on my The Kevin Mason Facebook page. If you want to follow along there, trust me, very few people watch them there. Maybe once or twice a week, and I don't even know who those people are. We also have them on YouTube. I know I got okay. I have some people, I wouldn't say a big fan base, that'd be a lie. I have some people watching them there too. Again, I don't care where you watch. I love the fact that you do. It makes me feel good. I just have a good time doing them, and hard to believe, man, we've been doing these things off and on now for 13 years or something crazy like that. That's the crazy part. We'll see you next week. Thanks for stopping by. Another Road Warrior. Please be safe. Please take care.